Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk. I'm TJ O'Connor and I'm all by myself filming a response to Damion's video that was posted. And I thought it was a perfect topic, and instead of doing it without me, we should have just did it. But we're here again and I loved it. So I wanted to jump on board because I feel like he hit so many key points in that video. And it's one of the main things, and I feel like this came about in some of the comments as well. I have the luxury of seeing some of the comments on the video before filming mine. And one of the big things was focusing on, it's nothing to do with the athletic side of it. When you say playing sports growing up, he doesn't mean, oh, you worked out, you know how to work out. It's the criticism aspect. And I loved how he emphasized that and used those certain examples because, I mean, we can take fighting out of the game completely. We can talk about someone you work with. We all know that guy we work with that can't handle criticism, and it's like the most annoying shit in the world. You tell them, hey, no, all you do this, and then you hear every excuse rather than just, oh, okay, I'll get that fixed. And I feel like that's one of those things when you're growing up and you got a coach telling you, especially a good coach. I mean, you can play sports, have a shit coach, and have a shit attitude your whole life. But when you have a good coach, someone who wants you to do better, who's not willing to hear reasons why you can't do better, those are the things that mold people. That's what makes people be willing to adapt. And as people, that's what we do. So being able to hear, you know, you're doing your 1-2, you're not sitting down on your punch. I need you to sit down on your punch. Rather than, well, what do you mean? I do it this way because I seen it on the video. I did this. No, sit on your punch. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. I'm just telling you to sit down on your punch. And for someone who grew up in that environment, when it's, you know, make sure you make your block, make sure you cover your guy playing defense better. You hear those things. They're not telling you that to hear reasons why you can't do it. They're telling you because that's what you need to do. You need to do this to be better, to help the team. And maybe it's having a team there that pushes people. People think of fighting as such an individual sport, but it's the furthest thing from it. I mean, your team's in the gym with you every day of the week. When you get in that cage, it's just you, 100%. But 99% of the time, it's a team sport. You're working with your team in the gym. You're working with your team doing road work. You're working with your team. So being able to have that mindset, maybe that translates. But the point that was getting across is being able to take criticism. Being able to take criticism and apply it constructively. It's not, when I tell you you're doing something wrong, it's not to belittle you. It's not to make you feel like you're not doing it right. It's because I want to see you do better. And when people understand that and they're able to do these things, that's when they get better. That's when they can realize these things. And I mean, and it's not everybody. I mean, there's so many examples. And this is one of the things they talked about. You can play with the best coach, play best teams growing up, but you have a shit attitude no matter what. You're going to come into the MMA gym and you're still going to take this criticism. There's always going to be outliers. But I feel like if you lined up 10 people, 9 out of 10 of them are going to fit into this mold. Because when you have that person telling you, it's not always going to be your parents. Sometimes it's your parents. A lot of times in fighting, especially boxing, that's why you see boxers with their dads in their corner. A lot of the time it's a real disciplined parent. You know, they push you, they tell you got to do better. And you'll hear it all the time, you know, oh, well, my dad, he always pushed me. But now I see why. Because the why is there because you got better. You took that criticism, you applied it, and look what you've become. You can have that same father and a why me mentality, and you're going to be a broken person. And you're not going to be able to understand the tools that you need to grow. And it's just, it's crazy. So that's what I'm talking about. And let me know what you're thinking, because I love this topic. Damion and I are probably going to hop on this topic again together, because I feel like this is something to where there's so many layers, and I want to hear what you're thinking as well. So like this video, subscribe to Trash Talk with Damion and TJ, and most importantly, in this holiday season, don't be a hoe.